Z. We're getting into game number 2 here, and GgMaChine, he's up 1-0. He's up 1-0 here over Nikita. Oh my god, este machine. He's crazy. Taking down SKillous and taking the first game off of SKillous as well. Crazy performances here from our younger up-and-coming players. Let's go. Let us go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the orange Zerg player. We have the orange Zerg representing his new team, representing S-Bulls. It is GgMaChine. Leading the series 1-0 and spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Let's go. Let us go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our best of 3. Remember, GgMaChine, he's up in the matchup. He's up in the series so far, and this is a prediction for the entirety of the series, not just the game. Just as a heads up. Sorry, I was just trying to get the pronunciation. Stounyballs, that's it. Stounyballs is his new team. We did speak on this during the podcast. If you missed out, we do actually have a weekly talk show, a weekly podcast where we do discuss all things StarCraft, and we spoke about the beginning of a new team. You can see it here, Stounyballs. You can see their logo is set at Tiger, but they are a new Russian team. I believe their team consists of Nikrat, Shameless, GgMaChine, and I believe young Yakov. Yeah. I think it's 4 players. Yakov, Machine, Shameless, and Nikrat. So they're the 4 players on the team. They've got their own boosty, which is like Patreon, basically, that funds the team, that helps fund the team. And they formed a couple of days ago. I think they formed, was it the 2nd of March? Like a week ago? Like around a week ago. So very new team. Supporting the younger some of the younger up-and-coming talents in Europe. In Europa. And I mean, hey, GgMaChine is doing well. Like he's doing well for himself. Again, a younger up-and-coming player, has been getting better and better results as of late. Similar to Percival, of course. Similar. And we'll see if SKillous can bring it back. SKillous, of course, is the veteran. He is the favorite player to make it further in this tournament, to make it to the semis. But we also know that SKillous has been taking a break, especially at the start of the year. SKillous, he did take a bit of time off, as he's going for his Stargate opener. Let's go. Let us go. So far, going to be opening up Stargate. With this, we can go into the Oracle, we can go into Void Ray to hunt down Vision and deny detection. In general, SKillous, he's typically a little more of a mid-game oriented player. GgMaChine making an excess of Lings early on, though. Interesting. You have my attention. Ideally, he wants to catch the Adept and counterattack and delay the 3rd. We'll see if he can. Link speed is still on the way. SKillous still threatening a dive. Bearing in mind his Adepts, they can one-shot drones. 2 Adepts, they do one-shots, and he does not get it, but he does actually make it for GgMaChine flinch. Does make him flinch. Denies the mining. Nice little win. SKillous is racing back home to defend, racing back home to claim his 3rd. Claiming his 3rd base. Zerg player here hoping to catch out the Adepts. Does lock them down, but the Oracle's here to defend, and the Lings are deflected. So nice defense out of SKillous. Claiming his 3rd. And we do have an early Eva chamber out of GgMaChine. Okay, we have a standard follow-up. So with this early Eva chamber, this should lead into +1 melee. Into a Ling Hydra composition. We'll see if GgMaChine skips his Roach Warren or not, and we'll see if he skips his Baneling Nest or not. There are safer ways to approach this, or greedier ways. Likewise, eyes are on SKillous when it comes to his follow-up. We're looking for the Twilight Council and the Forge. Looking for it. As there's a melee upgrade. Again, as to be expected, melee is the go-to here for an early Evo chamber. Lings are amassing. Depths, they move out across the map. As they move out, Lings, they move in. There's an Oracle, okay. The Oracle does arrive in time. Deflects the Zerglings. Fourth base is cancelled as well. Massive pickup here from SKillous. Ay, ay, ay. Denies the expansion. Denies the creep. Catching out 2 active tumors. Oh, only getting 1. Never mind. Does just get the 1. And hold on. Did I see something? Double Forge? That is not normal. Okay, double Forge out of SKillous. You have my attention. Twilight Council was delayed because of this. And are we going into charge? Are we going into charge or Archon Immortal? In my mind, you don't typically go into +1 armor if your plan is to go into Blink Stalkers. Oh no, it is Blink. Never mind. Blink is on the way. Heavy upgrades here for SKillous. Interesting. This will lead into a really strong 1-1 timing. It leads into a stronger 2-2 timing. True. So we'll keep an eye on that 2-2. Triple Oracle into the bases. So far, threatening GgMaChine. GgMaChine also taking up quite quickly here into the Hydrogen and the Infestation bit. He's droning, saturating, building up in towards a later game. In the end, he did end up skipping his Roach Horn and his Baneliness. He does not get punished. Doesn't get punished for it. But that's a lot of gates, actually. Jeez, that's a massive gateway explosion, getting up to 8. 8 gateways are finishing. Overseer does scout the gateway explosion. Scouts both forges as well. Queen goes down in the main. Oof. But we'll lose one of the oracles. And based on the gateway count, it feels like Skill should be pushing soon. Right? The Prism is finishing up. It looks like he is hitting that 1-1 timing with Mass Stalker. It's going to be a 3-base all-in, but a unique one. At the same time, Lings, they hit the 3rd. They try to. Hive is on the way. Lurker Den's on the way. I believe that we're being too greedy here. I believe this tech won't really influence the defense. Because here comes the Protoss. Here comes the Mass Blink Stalker. With the War Prism as well. Remember, the War Prism has arrived. There are 8 gateways behind this. SKillous is supply block though. Ooh, big supply block for SKillous. That slows down the Warpins. 1-1 is now done. And again, GgMaChine, has he been too greedy, Pappy? Is it too much greed? Where's the Warpin? There we go, warping 8 Stalkers at a time. Stalkers have arrived. Queens are exposed. And again, the Lurker Den is just too much. The Hive is just too much. The 4th base will go down. GgMaChine, he cannot defend. Here comes 2-2. And SKillous is pushing further in. Yeah, it's pushing further in. Supply blocking his opponents. GgMaChine can't make any more units. And again, he's being forced further and further back. The Hydra count is getting up there. But what about the Lings? Yeah, Lings are being dealt with. The Stasis Traps are behind this as well. Can he bait him in? Can he bait him? Oh my god. So many Hydras go down. A couple of Lurkers are on the way to try to slow this down. GgMaChine trying to hold on. Thankfully, does have a backup 4th base, but not for long. Not for long. It's also going to fall. GgMaChine, he cannot survive this. He cannot defend. Another base goes down. The Hydras as well. They get picked off. Stasis goes off as well. There's 4 Lurkers here back at home. He's got the Lunkers, Pappy. No! Never mind. He's down to 2 Lurkers. He can't hold on to his 4th. It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. There's a cancellation. Revelation as well. The Lurkers are exposed. Losing 1, losing 2. And both Lurkers almost get picked off. We need that target firing. There we go. Losing 1, 2, 3. Losing all 4 Lurkers. 0 Lurkers remaining. Behind this, Skill's getting a 4th expansion. Charge is almost done. 2-2 is almost done as well. Now we can start to warp in Zealots. And again, it was a delayed 3-base all-in from SKillous, going into 8 gateways, but hitting that 1-1 timing instead. As we mentioned before, GgMaChine was just too greedy. He was just far too greedy, taking up into Hive, taking up into Lurkers. Yes, Lurkers are keeping him alive here, but they would never have been ready to defend the 4th, and they weren't, of course. And without that 4th base, I mean, what are we really holding on to here? What are we defending? Ling around by is dealt with. I mean, GgMaChine is slowly building up that Lurker count, so he's slowly recovering. From here, Skills can make a choice. He can make a decision. Does he go into Sky Toss or a ground-based composition? We have the answer, double Robo. Double Robo, sorry, I should say triple? Yeah, triple Robo production, Mass Immortal. I mean, hey, that's a way to force your way through a Lurker line. Just Mass Immortal, Pathy. True. Are we crazy? Are we... Okay. In my brain, we already had the Hive. Hive is on the way. Lurkers are exposed. So are they holding on? And Skills at this point is just waiting for his Immortals, waiting for the bulk of his army here to build up. We got a couple of Archons as well. Skills just perfecting his army. GgMaChine, he has to be proactive in some way. Staying at home is not going to cut it. He's moving out. As he moves out, Skills, he goes for the counterattack. And there are some Lurkers back at home. They're exposed, so all 3 Lurkers will go down. The Immortals are exposed. Nice catch here from GgMaChine. Getting 1, 2, getting almost 3 Immortals, just barely. Lurkers that collapse in. Remember, there's no splash damage, there's no storm. So a messy defense here from Skills. At the same time, though, he attacks across the map and his army cannot be stopped. So GgMaChine, he kills the 4th base. At the same time, Skills kills the 4th and the 3rd, and pushing into the natural as well. He's going for the throats, going for the kill. Meanwhile, the Zerg army here, it's running out of steam. He's running out of units. Bleeding out more Hydras, bleeding out an Immortal, bleeding out a Lurker. The Immortals are holding their own. Picking up another Lurker as well. Oh my god. Down to 3. Down to 2, down to 1. But Zell say collapsing. Yeah, charge, Zell say collapsing. They get on top of the Lurkers, and with that, as GG gets called, SKillous, he ties up the series. We're going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We're going all the way to the ace match here. Again, just a really rough start for GgMaChine, misreading the game state and misreading his opponent, winding up back here. Remember, Skillous went for a 3-base all-in. Went for a big 3-base all-in, a strong 8-skate here from Skillous with double forge, with greater upgrades. GgMaChine was teching. He was droning, he was teching. We had a Lurker on the way, Infestation on the way, a Hive on the way. GgMaChine, he was just being far, far too greedy. That's why the defense of the 4th base was so one-sided. That's why it was so dire, because he was thinking too far ahead. He assumed that Skills was macroing. And again, it was a unique build just because often when it comes to a 3-base 8-gate all-in, you often don't take your gases at the 3rd, but gases were taken. It was a little bit more gas intensive. It was, again, a bit of a later timing here by Skillous, and he kind of lured GgMaChine into droning and into macroing up instead. But here we go. We're going to be getting into game number 3. We're going to be getting into the ace match. It all ends here. It all ends on what map exactly? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's go. Bearing in mind that Shin is waiting for the winner of the series. He's waiting for the winner. We will get there. Okay, game 3 is going to be on Title Citadel. Okay, you can hear the beeps. We are going to be jumping in. And unfortunately, of course, we missed out on game 1, so I don't know how GgMaChine was able to bring down Skillous, but we might get a glimpse of it here. Let's go. Let's find out. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Title Citadel, we have the orange Zerg player. We have the orange Zerg player himself representing his new team, Stalnyballs. It is GgMaChine. Stalnyballs? Yeah, Stalny. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Let's go. Let us go. We are here. We are live. And All In's here. All In's on Tidal Citadel. Tidal Citadel is one of the larger maps in the map pool. Larger map, but the bases are also very spread out as well. We have seen some difficult and some awkward defenses here on this map just because of how spread out the bases are. We'll see. We'll see how our players do approach themselves, how they approach each other, how we open up. Now, I would imagine that GgMaChine is going to calm down and not be as greedy tech-wise. I would imagine he'll be more mid-game oriented this time, but we'll see. There's a very high chance that SKillous doesn't go for the same build, so maybe GgMaChine feels that he can get away with a greedier style as well. The mind games. Really, that's when we just see another all-in. We just go for another 3-base all-in, and GgMaChine gets caught at taking up into lurkers. It could happen. Could happen. No. So now we do have our openers. Everything's looking as it should be. And gate expanded to Cybercore. Likewise, we do have our hatch gas pool. Now we're just opening up. Right, opening up and calming down. So we're joining, we're expanding. Once again, when it comes to GgMaChine, we're waiting to see what kind of tech we go for at around 4:30 to see if he goes into an early Eva chamber, into a lair, or into a Bailey nest or a Roach Warren. So IS on GgMaChine does expand here towards the linear third base. Bearing in mind the gold base is also available here, that might come into play in a longer and later game if we end up in that kind of position, in that kind of game state. Don't know if we will. So the gold also a factor. Stargate opened out to SKillous. Last game he did open up triple Oracle. And based on the rally, looks like another Oracle's on the way. Oh, does open Stalker first this time. Okay, interesting. Now a Stalker first build does allow SKillous to do this, to hunt down the Overlord, to deny vision, to deny scouting. The Overlord does get far enough in to confirm the Stargate at least, so GgMaChine, he has an idea as to what's going on. But there's a give and take. The Overlord has gone down, so scouting is going to be more difficult. On top of that, SKillous only has one adept, so he cannot aggress across the map. If you remember last game, he was shading and threatening mineral lines. This game, there is no shades, no adepts, no aggression. As there's only one adept. Only one. Now, because the Overlord just got sniped, it means that SKillous could throw down a second Stargate, a Fleet Beacon, a faster Twilight Council, could hide some tech, or just play standard. SKillous does have options. Options are available. The Oracle does get across the map, lands and does get one drone kill, catching out one transferring. Gets 1, 2, 3 drones going down. Ay. Does sustain a bit of hull damage. The Oracle does barely get away. And we have the answer to our answer of tech. It is going to be the early Evo chamber. Once again, +1 melee. It's going to be Ling Hydra out of GgMaChine. Meanwhile, in the follow-up for our Protoss play, we have Twilight Council to forge into a faster Robo. I'll say faster Robo. I think it was a little bit delayed. The tech, I mean. Oracle gets in, gets another 3 drones. Oh, another 4 drones go down. This is getting out of hand. This is getting a bit out of hand here. Hopefully that spore doesn't finish. So that's been 5 drone kills. An extra spore is now done. That was not intentional. That was not necessary. Also, my apologies. I assumed it was going to be +1 melee, but no, it's going to be +1 range into a Roach Warren. SKillous going for a more Roach heavy style instead. Okay. Going into more Roaches. And if I missed the Roach one, I do apologize, but is getting to Roaches. Meanwhile, at the same time, SKillous back at home going into Blink, +1, throwing down an excess of gateways. He's got 6 gateways so far. It looks like he intends to throw in more. He intends for more gateways. Probe's looking suspicious. Gases are being taken. So once again, we have SKillous getting up to 8 gases. Last game, he went into a 1-1 timing attack. This time, he's only on 6, right? Yeah, 6 gateways. So SKillous, he can apply pressure, but he's not anywhere near as committed this time. Oh, overload speed? Uh-oh. GgMaChine, he wants to be the aggressor himself. Who does this favor? So what's happening here at German Taxi? GgMaChine is going for a 3-base all-in. He's getting a 4th base just for larva, 67 workers. Massing up roaches, queens, dropper lords, and will soon be moving out across the map. So hyper aggression out of GgMaChine. SKillous, he's taking up into his 2nd robo and into a bay, into Colossus production. But SKillous, he's going to be aggressive first. He's moving out. He's got his prism. And in doing so, he'll run into the army. They'll be clashing into each other. SKillous, he does see the main army amassing. Does spot the main army. Will distract. Colossus are on the way. And SKillous is keeping GgMaChine busy. Remember, there's no droning, no saturation. Still only 67. Roaches, they try to collapse in. And remember, GgMaChine, this is just a big distraction. He doesn't have to kill. He doesn't intend to. Just keeping the army busy. Here come the drop lords. Here come the queens. Remember, GgMaChine is all in. And the longer this game goes on, the better it is for SKillous. As he's peeking away at the roaches. Oh, yeah, it does pick away. Free damage with the oracles as well. Going for the ravagers. Some brutal losses there for GgMaChine. Likewise pushing up into a choke point. SKillous, he can make a stand. I believe the first Colossus has arrived. And GgMaChine, he's bled out so much. He's bled out too much here. Yeah, the queens, they do drop off. They focus on the oracles, getting one. One oracle goes down, but the Colossus has arrived. And with the power of the Colossus, yeah, the all-in is shut down completely. No, the drop lord falls. All 4 queens go down. And GgMaChine, he's in so much trouble here. The all-in has failed. He's racing back. SKillous up to 2 Colossus. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god, all these free overlords. Yeah, 3, 4, getting up to 5 overlords. Oof. Again, they were supposed to be setting up a creep highway for the all-in. And now GgMaChine is supply blocked, making 6 more overlords. Ay, ay, ay. Now, is there a way here for GgMaChine? He could potentially collapse on the army and try to get a surround going if SKillous pushes. At the moment, there's no reason to. At the moment, SKillous, he can just back off, get a 4th base, and macro out of this and get further ahead. Just because GgMaChine, he's not made a drone. He hasn't droned up in minutes. He's not made a drone. GgMaChine is still focusing and fixated on an army, on just making army. Zerg player is still all in. We have disruptors on the way, which will be ideal here against the Mass Roach army. While they... Ooh. Do graze the forces. They graze the stalkers. Now to 3 Colossus, though. Oh, no! Stasis catching out the army. SKillous moving further in. He does have to respect that flank, though. SKillous, he does not want to get surrounded. Yeah, he's pulling back. He respects the flank. Pulls away. Back at home, disruptors have arrived. Collapsing on the first flank. Ay, ay, ay. GgMaChine is out of position. He's out of position. The flank is too late. He's coming in after the first army dies. And we're not going to see the Novas. Yeah, we're not going to see the disruptors coming to play. GgMaChine losing everything. He lost half his army, Pappy. He lost half. And I was just being bullied back home. I mean, it's what happens after an all-in fails, right? Like, it's just been very shaky, very rocky here. The biggest hope, the biggest chance for GgMaChine was SKillous overextending and getting surrounded, but he noticed. He noticed the flank. Disruptors have arrived. Now he can just zone. He can just zone away the army, or again, it's so difficult here for disruptors, sorry, for roaches to avoid novas. They're not the most agile of units. First Nova goes off, does zone away. Got one Nova left. One more Nova. As GgMaChine does come in from behind, he does get one Disruptor. One Disruptor goes down. Collapsing on top of the Colossus, second Disruptor falls as well. Nice round here from GgMaChine. The Biles land. Oh my god, the Biles, they rain down on the army. Again, the best fight that he could have hoped for, but it's still not going to be enough. Biles, oh my, they just keep landing. We just take the Biles to the face. Takes him to the face, he just tanks it. And he's fine. SKillous, he just tanks all the Biles. GG gets called, and SKillous, who will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. SKillous, he does claim the series, does advance on. Winding it back here again, GgMaChine, he was miles behind. Why is that? Failed all in. Remember, he cut workers at 67, he went for a 3 base all in, the 4th base was just there for larva, and just did a transfer workers when minerals were mining out. So big 3 base all in there by GgMaChine. It did fail. SKillous himself was being hyper aggressive, getting up to 6 gateways and being proactive with his army, so he was able to slow down the all in, shut it down, and from that moment, that was game then and there. The best chance that GgMaChine had would have been SKillous making mistakes and overextending. And he almost did, but he spotted the flank. He respected it, made sure he did not get surrounded, pulled away. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we do have our next set of semifinals ready here. Shin was waiting in the semifinals, and now we have our next matchup. It's going to be a best of 3 between Shin and SKillous. Let's go.